Alright, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Ficus Triangularis, or I guess it's a natalensis leprieuri or something like that. That is a variegated type. Midsummer last summer, I got this. It was just on clearance from Lowe's, and they had two in the same pot. I separated them and let them recover from that. And then around mid-November, I did make a video where I wired this one up, only the trunk, and then the other one I wired all the branches, basically only the branches, trying to get some movement in the branches, where this one I was just trying to get some movement in the trunk. I have noticed this one's cutting in quite a bit more than the other one. This one's in a little bit more sun than the other one is. I decided I'm going to go ahead and take the wire off, prune it, defoliate it, wire the branches today instead, and then just see how it recovers before I do anything with the other one. I mean, it's a ficus. I have no doubt that it'll recover, but I don't want to, I don't want to prune them both hard and wire them both hard, like the same day, and find out that they didn't really, react that well to that. We just had our last cold snap, what I hope is the last cold snap of the year, this past weekend. And while I'm pulling this fruit off, I'll show you in mid-December. Fruited looks really nice. And I'm going to try to let you guys have a little look at what they look like here. In the pictures that I showed you there, I mean, it had quite a bit of them on there. And I just thought it was a nice little look with the red dot in the middle of the fruit and everything. Alright, I figure I'll go ahead show you guys here where it was. So this doesn't quite have the really defined growth tips that a microcarpa does, but I am going to try to get them all, and along with all the leaves. So sometimes on a microcarpa I don't really, because you can see each growing tip so well defined, I just kind of go around and just kind of hit them as I go. But this one I'm going to try to be a little more methodical. I don't want to miss any, because I don't want a bunch of uneven growth or anything. I do tend to leave a lot more growth than some people like to leave on a lot of trees, just as far as keeping it in tight. I like to let it build as much energy as possible. But if anybody's ever considering one, I kind of wish I would have had it maybe either in a terracotta pot or something like that. These leaves seem to be like big parachutes in the wind, and we really get a bunch of wind, I mean, basically year round, but especially in the winter. And this thing got whipped around and knocked over more times than I even care to count. And so there we go. You can see I got a bit of movement in the trunk there just initially. These branches really are just arrow straight. So I'll go ahead and get those wired up. Alright, so wire is on there. Kind of as I came up, tried to get every branch. I don't know if I forgot about that guy or if I just missed it. But then when I came up here in the apex, I did realize that it had a lot of strong growth up here. So just to kind of try to maybe create a little taper, I didn't go all the way up to the top and just wired that branch out like that. I will start at the bottom, just as I kind of go to bend things. I really kind of think, I'm pretty sure that this will be the front of the tree, as that one has what could be some back branches and the eye pokers that try to avoid or whatever. Still really young in development and everything. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Main thing I'm trying to do here, just get some initial movement in each branch. One thing I noticed is like the Barbados cherry tree gets a bunch of bar branches like super straight. This one gets a bunch of branches super straight, but it does seem to avoid the bar branches. So that's kind of nice. And it does appear as if I got a good flexible time for them. Been able to get quite a bit of movement in each one. I usually leave really small branches like this alone. But since it gets such straight growth, I figured I'd try to get at least one bend in each one of these little short ones too. And then I figure what I'll do is, again, since it's a ficus, I have no doubt that it'll recover. But when I start seeing this thing bud back out and start to regain some health, I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick update on this one, and then work the little sister tree at the same time in the same video. Thanks for watching.